Hey, what's up you guys? It is Sydney here today and we have a really fun speed build. So basically I was just scrolling through my photos on my phone, and in there I keep a lot of inspiration about different houses I want to make, different ideas I have. Basically it's just layouts of houses, sometimes what the outside of a house looks like and all that kind of stuff, just to kind of get me inspired to build a home. And so I have had this image saved on my phone for a really long time, and I've been meaning to build it, I've been wanting to build it, but I just keep on putting it off because I couldn't figure out how to do it correctly, I guess. And even now, it's really not completely to image, but I'm totally okay with that because then that just means it's more my build and less me copying a build, I guess. So I do really love how this house turned out, though it may not be exactly like the image I had. It was just an inspiration. But I'm just really happy to finally build it and do it. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. So basically, this is a little modern Spanish home. I don't really, that's what we called it. It's a modern Spanish. Basically, I use a lot of the Salvadorada pieces, lots of just colorful clay kind of pieces. This house is a little bit more cluttered, I feel, than most of my houses, but in a good way. I just love how this house turned out. I feel like I did a lot of different things that I normally don't do, such as I feel like my window placement was a little bit different than how I normally would. Just as I like it to look symmetrical, but in this build, I kind of just placed it in places that made sense through the inside, and I feel like it still looks good on the outside, which is what we're going for always, Now, I'm not sure how many packs this was. I wasn't really paying attention, so most likely it was quite a few, so I am sorry about that. But if you would like, you can always look it up on the gallery. My ID is ofmisfitplays, so definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. Download it if you can or if you want to. So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of watch along. There's really not much going on for me to talk about, and it's only been 2 minutes, and I feel like I've already talked about everything I need to talk about. But I also feel like that in every single voiceover I do. Now, I've had this video recorded probably for about a week or two now. I want to say, I know I started the build a while ago, but I'm pretty sure I had it finished, recorded, and then I edited it. I can't say that word. I don't know how to speak properly. But yeah, I know I did that part about a week ago now, and I'm finally doing the voiceover for it. And what I think is funny, or even just annoying, is that I built some tiny homes that you'll be seeing later this week. And so I built 3 tiny homes in a span of 1 day, and the next day I made the videos and did the voiceovers. So I got 3 builds done in 2 days, and I have this build that not only took me 2 days to make, it took me 2 weeks to edit and get to the point of doing the voiceover. Mainly because I knew it was going to be a long voiceover. With the tiny homes, it's short voiceovers because it's a tiny house, but this one is a long voiceover, and I just had to convince myself to actually do the voiceover, which took me a while, obviously. I don't know what it is. I love voiceovers. I love watching videos with voiceovers, and I watch them so much. You would think that I would know how to talk during one or just film one, I guess, in a sense, but I just don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to say. I'm not creative and popular enough yet either, so I feel like that affects it. I don't really know, but so we just basically right now, the layout and the basic general color scheme of the house is complete. And now we're just going to work on getting some foliage, landscaping. There we go. Landscaping around the house. Whenever I use, we're in this world. Oh God, what is the name? No, it's not Willow Creek. It's Oasis Springs. There we go. Whenever I'm in Oasis Springs, I always feel the need to use lots of rocks. I don't know what it is. The dirt's just makes me feel like it's very rocky. And I guess the scenery itself too, if you see what the graphics The Sims made, they use lots of rocks. So there's always going to be lots of rocks, lots of cactuses in these builds. And like I said, I use a lot of the Jungle Adventure stuff. There's a couple of the items like that plant over there on the left, the little foliage on the ground. There's the tree. You know, I use a lot of it. The inside, like all the walls are from the Jungle Adventure pack. The whole kitchen is like, oh, I used a lot of the pack. And I've been kind of putting off not using the pack so much because I felt like I used it a lot. And like I was talking about a few months ago, I really do want to fill Granite Falls and Salvadorada and completely like redo them, and I am still doing that and still gonna work on that. I just was gonna take a break from it, and then all of a sudden I started building this house and using all of these Jungle Adventure items, and it kind of made me want to go back to Salvadorada and build some more there. I do have some ideas that I'm super excited about, so I will be giving that a shot. I'm not sure when or how soon, but I do promise you we will have a new save. I don't know if I'll actually release it as a complete save because it's only 2 vacation worlds that I'll be doing, or I'll just have all the videos or all the houses on my gallery, I guess. So you can always check them out there if you really want them, and you can redo Salvadorada how you see fit, and same with Granite Falls. So at this point, we have everything basically figured out outside. Actually, we might come back to the outside. I kind of wasn't paying attention for a second. But we come in here now, and we are working on the kitchen. So we just use this nice little tile backsplash to kind of give it, you know, the kitchen look. And then we use the little shelves here. Now, instead of using cabinets, I use these because I felt like that was a little bit more traditional and just, I don't know, it made the house more open, and it just looked nicer in my opinion. And now this is where we add a lot of clutter items. Now, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I normally do not clutter so much. Oh, wait. I guess I'm lying to you guys. Where are we going? Oh, okay. I remember what happened now. So the first day I did all of this, I built the house, did the landscaping, or most of it, some of the landscaping, did the kitchen, did the dining room, then I came back the next day and I kind of changed it up a little bit. So I think we're going to go outside, we throw this in here, and then we come back in. So this is the second day, and I add some patio decorations. So we do a nice little seating area over here, which I really love. I think it's very cute, very modern, but still like fits the theme pretty well of the house, where, I don't know, I feel like it goes well with the house. It fits the mood of it really well. It's colorful, which is a big thing I was trying to get across, was colorful in this house. So I feel like that did it really well. And then we have a little eating table right here. And then we just throw in a bench and maybe a couple more plants. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then that's the outside. We don't go too crazy. We just add a couple items here and there just to give it a use. I guess it's not just an empty patio. It actually has a use now, and I really do like it. I think it turned out super cute. But eventually here in a second we are going to go back. Where are we going? Oh wow. Oh, lights. Okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, I made this video so long ago, and I've been pushing off the voiceover that I honestly don't really remember what's going on. Okay, so now we are back in the kitchen, and this is where we start doing all of the cluttering I was talking about. Now, this was really fun. I loved using all these different items and just playing around with them, and I really like how it turned out, but it's definitely out of my style and out of my limit. Some of the items do technically clip kind of with the shelves, but I just kind of dealt with it. I figured you guys can kind of dealt with it. You're not going to like look at it too hard. Though I haven't played with this house yet or at all. And I'm pretty sure whenever you use the 9 key, those items float there all the time whenever you put down like walls and stuff. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. I probably should have tested that out beforehand and figured out how that would work, but I did not. So I am sorry about that. But when the walls are up and I was taking my screenshots, it looked really nice. So I'm just gonna go with that. I really liked how it looked. And now over here, I added some fruit on top of the fridge. Now, how I grew up, we used the top of our fridge kind of as like a catch-all. Like my brother would toss his keys up there. We would toss some letters up there. Both my brothers and my dad are a little bit on the taller side, so they're easily able to reach it up there. Whereas me and my mom are kind of more average, and I feel like it was a way to make it so me and my mom couldn't, like, find anything, but I don't know. They would just use that as a catch-all, and they would toss things up there, and so I use that as extra storage space, especially since we're not using actual cabinets and cubbies, and the kitchen itself was kind of small. It just gives it a little bit more room and a little bit more lived-in kind of feel and look. So right now we are working on the little entrance area, and then over here to the left of the entrance is going to be the master bedroom and master bath, and then to the right of that is a garage. Now originally I had planned, and you saw, to put a car inside the garage, but I ended up changing that plan because I wanted to make the garage kind of like a workspace. So we do add some more work items in there, and there is laundry in this pack as well. If you want to do laundry, you can. If you don't, you can just delete the items as you see fit, or whatever helps your gameplay. So something I was really trying to do with this build was to make it colorful and vibrant, but I also didn't want it to be obnoxious and just explode different colors. So I tried to make sure they all matched still and went well together. So the large couch is not the same swatch as the love seat, and you can tell because they have different arm colors, but the cushions match the cushions on the love seat, and then they also match the cushions on the chair. So even though all the wood textures were different, the colors still went together. And then we brought in the more rainbow rug, and it had the purples that the couch has, but then the yellows that all the other ones have. So I just felt like that kind of made it a little bit more cohesive, but still colorful at the same time. And then we just did a sun and moon little arrangement there. I just felt like that was very traditional. I don't want to say traditional because I don't know what a traditional Spanish home is, but I just like the symmetry of it, how it was just a sun and a moon. And yeah, so now we had this really kind of awkward hallway here. Now, I didn't want, the whole thing to be super open, so I wanted to have this hallway to kind of break up space and cut everything up, but then I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just threw in a little table and a mirror and a plant, and I was like, all right, that is good to go. So yeah, now we are working on the garage. You will see there is a truck parked outside for, driving purposes. Even though we can't drive in The Sims, it is just an enlarged toy, or not even a toy, I think it's just a statue. But that's besides the point. So in here we have the garage, which is basically just kind of like a workshop area. So we have the washer and dryer, we have the Salvadorada little table, we have the woodworking table, and then I put in some files to kind of make it look like, I don't know, you were organizing thing, or he had paperwork, with the Salvadorada stuff, he was scavenging the items and was learning about them. I don't know. And then I just put down the little pee pad for the dogs and the art one, just to, again, add just a little bit more realism and fill up the space some. So that's definitely just a little catch-all work area. There's a darts table, there's the washer and dryer, so all of that kind of fun stuff that I feel realistically tends to be in most garages, or some garages at least, that I have seen growing up. And now, right now, we are working on the master bathroom, which I do really love how it turned out. At first, I was pretty not nervous, but I didn't really care for it 100% because there was these huge windows here, but I was able to arrange everything, and I really love the color of these tiles. And you'll notice each bathroom has a different colored tile, and then the kitchen had a different one as well, because I wanted to use all of them, and I wanted to play with them and have fun with them. So each time you see the tile, it is a new one. Which, just, I guess, fun fact. But I really do love the tiles. That is one of my favorite swatches that we have right now, especially for bathrooms and kitchens. Like, I just think it's really awesome, so I do like to use it whenever I can. But basically, the thing is about bathrooms is my first one tends to be my base for all other bathrooms in a house, because I'm just not great at creating bathrooms. Like, I'm just not good at it. So when I make one bathroom, I'm like, okay, all these items work together. I like how they look. Now let's move them into the other bathroom and get them to fit that shape. So that's basically what I do. I have all those items in there, and then I move them into the other bathrooms, rearrange them, add some more, and do all that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. I'm just not good with bathrooms. My bathrooms have always been just plain and simple. Like, I don't know how to decorate a bathroom, really, I guess. And that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. I do not know how to decorate a bathroom. So right now we are working on the master bedroom, and I'm not gonna lie, I honestly don't really care for this bedroom that much. This one is my least favorite of the house, just my least favorite room in the house. I just don't really care for how this one turned out. I don't know if it's too big or if it was what it was. I think the biggest thing is I didn't want to use the Salvadorada or the Jungle Adventure bed. I don't know why I always call it Salvadorada. I didn't want to use the Jungle Adventure bed because I was using it in the teens' bedroom and the two kids' bedrooms. I wanted to use a different one that still had the same theme. So I used this cats and dogs bed, and then I just felt like it messed with the whole feng shui of the place, and I didn't know what I was doing anymore, and I was just kind of getting frustrated. So I just kind of threw pieces and bits and bobs everywhere, and I was like, all right, that works. I'm satisfied. So it's definitely not my favorite room. It needs probably a little bit more character. I think that's the biggest thing. It doesn't have a lot of personality in it, but to each their own, I guess. I don't know. So right here, you'll notice that those are all the same items, and I am just copying them back and forth because that's just how I make bathrooms. I do really love this little towel rack that came with laundry day. I think it's so fun to... Okay, guys, sorry about that. I guess the AC guy came to come look at our AC. Dog started barking. Everything went hectic. Don't want to have to redo any of this, so I'm not even sure what I was talking about when I left, but I believe it was about the little hanging towels from laundry day. I don't remember if I said this or not, but like I was saying, possibly, I just love how it looks like little towels, and it looks like, you know, those little Instagrammable little like ladders with towels on it. So it's really cute. I love to put it in bathrooms when I can, instead of doing a traditional towel rack or a traditional hand washing or like hand rags. I like putting one of those in instead. But basically, I don't know, where are we at now? So this is the family bathroom. So the teen bedroom and the parents' bedroom both have an ensuite. In my head, the teen bedroom I decorated more so for a teen, but it could also be used as like a guest bedroom, so it has its own ensuite. And then we have the family bathroom, which has 2 sinks, a shower, and a tub. So that way, you know, everyone can use that. We have the 2 kids, and they share it, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I was right there just kind of checking the colors of the beds because I wanted them all to be different but still match their room. I didn't want to have the same pattern or same design, same color scheme on any of them. Since all the rooms were different colors, I wanted to keep that different as well. Definitely the teen bedroom has the most Jungle Adventure items, I feel, with the bed and like the dresser, especially compared to the parents' bedroom. The other ones are more kid-friendly, child-friendly. It's not really so much about the theme, but about color and having fun. This one, I feel, is pretty gender neutral. Even though it is this navy, I can see easily a male or a female sim living in here, and I really do end up liking how it turned out. It's definitely different, but in a good way. Like, it's out of my style or what I would normally do, but I do really like it. And that's something I'm trying to do with all of my builds, is to do different styles and different things that aren't necessarily me, but still fun and good and like cool, you know? Like, I don't want all of my houses and all of my rooms to look the same. I want them to look different and look lived in and look like each person has their own unique personality. So for this room, this I felt like was maybe a little bit younger of a kid than the second bedroom or the last bedroom that we'll be doing after this. Now, they're not necessarily a toddler anymore, but they're still kind of in their young stage of being a kid, trying to figure themselves out. And I believe that they kind of wanted to be like a vet or play with animals, deal with animals and that kind of stuff. So we have lots of animals, prints and everything. And then I made my own little border and wallpaper with the little puppy prints, and I just placed it around the room, and I really like how that turned out. But yeah, I don't know, I really love this house. I love how everything turned out. This one is a little bit more of an artsy, I think kind of more of a female sim possibly, and a little bit older of a kid, not necessarily a teen, but still a kid, I guess that preteen age. And I felt like she was more into music and into art, just like the older sibling. They had the guitar, they're kind of, you know, just a teenager into playing guitar. This one was kind of a perfectionist, won lots of awards, like their friends, and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, I don't think there's really much left in this video, so I am going to end off here, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will talk to you guys all again next time. Bye.
Every time I turn the sound on, my eyes grow wide. The music playing in the background makes me sing and dance for a while. It's ringing, it's ringing, it's ringing, it's ringing, and I just can't let go of the feeling. You feel it in the air as the notes go by, as it makes you appreciate the things in your life. It feels right, feels right, it feels right, it feels right. You look up at the sky and you see the light is shining bright for you and I. It feels right, feels right, it feels right, it feels right. Do 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 do. The rhythm keeps me going with the harmony. My voice lets out everything so suddenly makes sense and never goes out of style. It's